year I got the opportunity to go
We're standing here with the two-time track champion, Ryan Beagle. Ryan, talk how you got into racing.
So 2002, my father, he decided to take me to Ohsweken Speedway just to watch and check it out. And we watched. We were spectators for about 8 years. We were there just about every Friday night. And 2010, I decided that I wanted to give it a shot. We ran a couple of years in the mini stocks and then moved up to the under stocks in 2012.
Talk about your season at Ohsweken. You know, you guys had a pretty good season. You did travel a couple tracks to Merrittville. Just talk about your 25 season.
Yeah, it was a good year. I think before the night we wrecked this thing. I think the worst finish we had was fourth, so can't complain with that. And didn't have quite as many wins as we did in 24, but things just didn't fall our way at times like they did before. And yeah, it all worked out in the end.
Now we're going to talk about the Brock Hill Memorial, or Doug Leonard Memorial's dad. You know, you and Dave ran a heck of a show. Now he did beat you that night. Talk about that big, huge 50-lapper.
Yeah, actually it was only 30 laps this year, but it was a good race. Track was different than normal. There was a cushion on both ends. It was a lot of fun to run on, and yeah, Dave was better at the running the cushion that night than we were, and he beat us to the line. And I don't think I watched the last 2 laps. I can't do it. So that one stings still.
Well, the track does change once in a while.
Yeah.
Talk about your runnings with Dave Bailey. You know, you guys are top competitors going to Merrittville, Ohsweken, Humberstone, wherever you guys run. Just talk about you guys. You guys are always running clean, no hitting, slamming, or no arguments in between.
Yeah, it's fun racing with Dave. It's definitely competitive between the two of us, and there's a lot of other good guys too, right? There's so many in Ohsweken and Merrittville that I could spend 15 minutes talking about it. But no, it's good racing with a guy like that, and it's definitely a lot of fun.
Now you did come to Merrittville a few nights. What's the difference between running Ohsweken and Merrittville, even though Merrittville is a 3/8-mile oval? I think Ohsweken's a little bit bigger, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
Merrittville's just a lot tighter, and you definitely gotta use the fenders and stuff a little bit more to get around a guy, and it's a bit more of a challenge in my opinion, and the track's shaped a lot different than most places, so you really gotta have your stuff together to run well there.
Now when you come to Merrittville, you guys do run with good competitors: Kyle Powine, Rob Murray, Mark Fawcett. Do you like running those guys on a regular basis? Some of them don't come to Ohsweken.
Oh yeah, I like running with those guys. I like it when they come to Ohsweken. Even it's nice to have the competition come out, and it's nice to run with them at their home track.
Now let's talk about the Nationals. We were talking off camera, but just talk about your run with Dave Bailey. You know, you were pulling away from him a little bit as you go, but like I said, you guys always run clean. The track was beautiful that night. So just talk how you guys ran, what the cart felt like. You know, your Hoosier stock that you have is a mini car, mini stock. So
yeah, it was a good night for us. We had a couple weeks before that to get that thing kind of dialed in, and we tried something to heat race the week before, and I kind of knew we'd be all right. And the track just kind of come to us. There was enough moisture against the blocks there that if you weren't there, that's kind of the only place you could run, and we were just good at it. And there was too many yellows in that race, but that happens some nights.
You know, I took a video on my phone that night from the Nationals. It took about 25 to 30 minutes to finish a video with all the cautions, but the track did look starting to slick off where you're running. You did change a couple lanes. Mm-hmm. Why made you run the bottom? Because you know Bailey's a little bit quicker on the bottom, but you are faster on the outside. Talk about what made you move down to his lane.
Just it's hard to pass a guy when he's in your lane. So we and the top's tough because you gotta be perfect and to get around a guy or stay side by side with a guy. It's pretty easy to jump over that berm of dirt that's up there, and yeah, the bottom was, I felt more comfortable down there, so I just figured we'd stay there.
Now, yeah, there was a lot of caution, so it's probably took a long night, but you got less wins than Bailey, but you did beat him in the champion. What did that mean to you of taking a championship twice in 2 nights or 2 years?
Yeah, it's pretty special. Other than Dave, there's only been 2 other guys that have done that at Ohsweken. So this one definitely felt better just because of the circumstances and stuff, and hopefully we can get 3 in a row. You never know.
Talk about your 2026 season. What's your plans?
We'll be at Ohsweken again weekly, and hoping to do a little bit more traveling. We'll see. I got some projects to work on here around the shop, but we'll see what happens. I'd like to do more traveling again.
We're have to Brighton, Buxton.
Yeah, Brighton and Buxton, and get to Maryville a few more times, and we'll see what happens.
Are you gonna run the duel on the dirt for those tracks, of course?
We might. I don't know yet. There's a trip to Eldora that happens the same weekend that we go to the Ford Crown and stuff. So we'll see what happens.
Taking this to Eldora?
No, no, we'd be taking a knife to a gunfight down there for super stocks. But
well, you never know. It's always good to try.
yeah,
It's always good to try.
yeah, it'd be fun.
Now, what do you think about the World of Outlaws coming back to Ohsweken Speedway?
I'm glad they're coming back yearly now. Hopefully yearly again. But no, it was good to see that back in May, and glad to see they're coming back to their normal date in July, and it's just good for the Speedway.
Now, you guys ran one night, didn't you, on the World of Outlaws this year in May? Or you guys had the night off?
No, we had both nights off. They had late models and UNP modifieds.
You guys do put on a good show, but you know, a few years ago for the Brocklander Memorial, it's always good to see 5 wide. Now, the one, you always are starting at the back of the pack some nights. What makes you start the back?
Well, they just have, it's just a handicapping system. They take your last 3 weeks, and if you run good for 3 weeks, then you have to start in the back.
It's always a good one. I think now one question I had. I really don't know. I can't remember the question. It's on my phone. We'll just talk about, you know, when you ran Humberstone, you did when they raced the All-Canadian. Talk about the years you ran. You did run a few times there. What did that track mean to you before she closed?
Yeah, I had a love-hate relationship with Humberstone. We wrecked more stuff there than the nights we ran good, but it was always fun to go there, and definitely is missed. I always enjoyed the long weekends. We'd run Friday night at Ohsweken, and then Humberstone on Sunday, and then the holiday Monday show at Maryville. We don't get to do that anymore, but it's tough to see it go for sure.
It was always good to run the big block modified show at Maryville. Did you ever run the Bob Cinema Memorial with the Hoosier stocks when they were there a few times at all?
Yep, yeah, we won. Actually, I think we won the last one in 2018.
The last time they had the show there was in 2018, but
yeah.
Hopefully it would bring them back. You know, a lot of people do like to see the big blocks come back. They did have them at Ohsweken. That was a really nice, but Eric Rudolph rolled it. But let's talk about this guy. Talk about what made you come to this style of a car.
It was mostly just because that's what we had at the time, and when we were in mini stock, we had the same type of car, so we just didn't want to spend money on building another car, so just dropped the motor and tires and moved up.
Talk about your sponsors. Who would you like to thank? There must be a lot of help, especially your dad here in the background. You know, of course, he works hard, probably with you all the time.
Yeah, Dad's a lot of help. I shouldn't say this, his head will get big, but he's taught me just about everything I know, and just got to thank all my sponsors, obviously Ackland Insurance, Legacy Holdings, DNO Towing, APC Auto Parts, Hess Auto Tech. Everybody, or well, I say everybody, just me and Dad are at the shop here, but RK Automotive and yeah, it's just everybody that helps us out.
If you guys want to see some great racing, follow him and Dave Bailey out of Ohsweken. They do put on a heck of a good show, but we'll make sure we'll keep him and probably get him another interview at the Speedway somewhere down the road.